From barbecue to Big Macs, 50-cent footlongs, and Pete Davidson begging you to try some Taco Bell breakfast. Paying for a quick fast food meal didn't used to break the bank. McDonald's has always turned an impressive profit, and according to Market Cap, McDonald's was the 49th most valuable publicly traded company as of February 2023.
They know how to run their business. They are good. I just applaud them.
Even amid economic uncertainty, the fast food mammoth has remained a leader in the industry, and it's been this way since Ray Kroc inserted himself in the business. McDonald's first opened as McDonald's Barbecue in 1940, but by 1955 it was simply known as McDonald's. The first location built as part of the deal reached with Kroc opened in Des Plaines, Illinois by Mr. Kroc himself. In 1955, McDonald's sold hamburgers for just 15 cents each. Cheeseburgers were a little pricier at 19 cents a pop, but French fries, coffee, orange juice, milk, and soda could all be purchased for just 10 cents. A couple of years before Ray Kroc entered the casual dining game, a worthy competitor hit the scene. In 1954, Burger King began operating, and in 1957 it introduced its signature item, the Whopper, which sold for 37 cents a sandwich.
Yes, sir. May I help you?
Well, I'll have a Whopper, some fries, and a strawberry shake. And my friend here will have a Whopper.
Though 37 cents seems like a ridiculous bargain today, back then it was a bit of a splurge. For reference, McDonald's hamburgers went for just 15 cents at the same time, less than half the price of a Whopper, which is far larger than a plain hamburger. In 2021, to celebrate the 64th anniversary of the sandwich, Burger King ran a promotional deal for rewards members, making the Whopper available for 37 cents for a limited time only. The deal lasted just 2 days, and purchases had to be made online to be eligible for the special price. Remember how the nation collectively lost its mind when Subway introduced its $5 footlongs? Now imagine purchasing a Subway sandwich at its original price of 49 cents. That's right, when Subway opened, its sandwiches could be purchased for as little as 49 cents, and the price is capped at 69 cents a sandwich. The entire franchise began on just a $1,000 investment from Dr. Peter Buck, which ironically is how much it feels like you're spending when visiting the establishment today. For a while, Subway was the largest fast food restaurant chain in the entire world by number of restaurants, beating the likes of McDonald's, Burger King, and KFC. While Subway's prices aren't lower than McDonald's, it could have outranked the burger joint due to its quasi-healthy menu. Now though, according to Statista, McDonald's is largest in both number of restaurants and revenue generated per year. McDonald's is usually the go-to answer for most fast food trivia, but it must bow down to White Castle when it comes to the oldest fast food chain in the world. The fast casual joint began in 1921 and even credits itself with being the first restaurant to offer takeout, a concept that deserves unending praise. The restaurant is also known for coining the term slider, which refers to the square beef patty White Castle used for its hamburgers.
An American classic, White Castle, sliders. Doesn't get any better.
In 1967, those sliders cost customers just 14 cents. Even more remarkable that 14 cents was a price increase. The year before, they sold for 12 cents. White Castle has long continued its tradition of selling low-priced hamburgers. By the 80s, its sliders sold for 27 cents, and in 2008, when the chain celebrated its 87th anniversary with 27-cent burgers, the price hovered around 53 cents a burger. Now, depending on which location you visit, White Castle burgers sell for just under $1. While that's a far cry from the 14 cents it sold for in 1967, it's still a much cheaper burger than is available at most other restaurants. Americans love pizza, so much so that as a country, it spent $19.8 billion on pies in 2021, according to Statista. Most places will charge you at least $10 for a large pie today, but Pizza Hut was selling large cheese pizzas for as little as $1.70 in the early 1970s. Just as it does today, the price varied by toppings, but the most you'd be charged was $2.70. Perhaps Pizza Hut has been playing the long game this entire time. As of late, Pizza Hut has lost to Domino's Pizza for the title of most profitable pizza chain in America, but that could change if less than favorable sales figures continue for Domino's. Kentucky Fried Chicken, now simply known as KFC, has long sold fried chicken to the country at cheap prices. And those prices were very, very cheap back in the mid to late 70s. A family-sized bucket of chicken from KFC cost $4.90. According to the USDA, the average price of a whole chicken in March 2023 hovered at $5.87. Consumers are also worried about the price of eggs and what it indicates for food security, leading to an increased interest in raising chickens, which has caused major shortages in some hatcheries across the country. While KFC hasn't commented on the rising price of chicken, it has decided to remove some menu items, which for some is just as heartbreaking as kicking in a few extra bucks toward a famous bowl. McDonald's introduced the world to the Big Mac in 1967, and life has never been the same. By 1968, it was sold nationwide for just 45 cents. Its cost increased to $1.30 in 1981, but today it costs nearly 5 times that price. Despite that stark difference in price, what the present has in common with 1981 is the price jump, as both 1980 to 1981 and 2021 to 2022 saw major hikes in the cost of burgers. No matter its price, the Big Mac is a prized part of American history. The sandwich has its own museum, and the amount of Big Macs sold each year outnumbers the number of citizens in the United States. Every fast food chain has at least one item it's known for, and for Dairy Queen, it's the Blizzard. Stuffed with vanilla ice cream and the customer's candy of choice, Dairy Queen Blizzards are a tough act to compete with by ice cream standards. And in 1986, the concoction could be purchased for just $1.29. A larger option was available for $1.99 as well. Today, the Dairy Queen Blizzard is constantly reinventing itself with new flavors, but old favorites stay in rotation too. Though the prices for the snack have changed, it's also available in more sizes than it was in 1986. Plus, the franchise is great about hosting promotional days where Blizzards are sold at a fraction of their normal price. So keep your eyes peeled if you're looking for a deal. Fast food has a rich history of experimenting, both with food and marketing, and in the early to mid-1990s, the experimentation was heavy. Chains were experiencing a conundrum of sorts where consumer reports differed from the hard statistics of sales. Overall, sales figures were down for many franchises, hence the tests of several new products and practices. For Taco Bell, that meant decreasing its snack taco price to 39 cents. Though that price isn't reflective of fast food prices as a whole at the time, it is reflective of the crisis many chains experienced.
You can also enjoy a tasty, crunchy, regular taco for just 39 cents more. A 39-cent taco.
While it's not quite to the extreme as it was in the 90s, Taco Bell is still widely regarded as one of the least expensive fast food franchises. Its value menu is rife with items that only cost a few dollars, and several items only cost $2. Taco Bell wipes the floor with many of its competitors in price, and it's constantly creating new menu items to keep customers returning to try different offerings. The restaurant has even been known to bring back old favorites. Its Mexican pizza returned to the menu within the last couple of years after being removed for some time. Since it opened its doors, McDonald's has been the fast food chain of envy, and its competitors have done all they can to even come close to Mickey D's in terms of revenue, status, and popularity. In 1997, some of those competitors came close, and McDonald's employed measures to ensure it remained on top, even using its beloved Big Mac as a pawn in the game. For customers, though, it was a positive play. McDonald's reduced the price of the Big Mac by 55 cents. Because the change was in response to market changes, the decrease didn't last long, and eventually the Big Mac returned to its $2 price. Customers at the time were also concerned with the taste and quality of McDonald's, which ultimately led to its slight downfall. The seemingly impervious chain eventually found its crown again, though, and it's continued to steadily sell burgers and nuggets since. Several factors affect prices, but one thing is for certain: as time goes on, prices go up. In 2002, Taco Bell sold its grilled steak tacos for just $1.49. Today, it costs nearly $3, almost twice as much as over 20 years ago. Despite these insane price changes, Americans will still find a way to eat fast food, and the chains will find a way to lure customers. One surefire way: a celebrity endorsement. In late 2022, Taco Bell recruited Saturday Night Live alum Pete Davidson to promote its breakfast menu because a portion of its offerings, the restaurant told CNN, didn't appeal to customers. But thanks to the comedian, Taco Bell's breakfast sales have increased in a major way. Some of its breakfast items are even comparable in price to the 2002 grilled steak taco. In a world full of changing prices, it's comforting to know that some items will always remain the same price, like the Costco hot dog. That's why it was so heartbreaking when Wendy's changed the price of its Son of Baconator in 2005. However, thanks to customer backlash, the company reversed its price change, and the company returned to a 99-cent burger price in 2006. The price reduction seemed like a win for the consumer, a clear message to corporations that they're at the whim of the masses. Unfortunately, all good things must come to an end. In 2013, the restaurant increased the prices of some items on its value menu from 99 cents to $1.99, a huge blow to the wallets of Wendy's regulars. While $1.99 in and of itself isn't that expensive, it's a major increase from 99 cents and proof that eventually prices have to go up. In-N-Out has been in business since the late 1940s. However, since it hasn't expanded too far east, it's not quite as popular as some of its larger competitors. Still, it remains a staple in the American fast food landscape, and it's always going to have customers in line, even amid price increases. However, according to KCET, for quite a few years, In-N-Out's prices were below what experts figured they should be set according to inflation. In 2013, In-N-Out's Double Double sold for $3.20. But no need to worry about In-N-Out's prices versus inflation. It all worked itself out the following year when the chain increased its Double Double price to $3.45, putting the sandwich's cost 11 cents higher than what experts saw fit. No expert has shared whether In-N-Out's prices today are adequate based on inflation. Over a century after the first one opened, fast food restaurants are still popular in the United States, and they don't seem to be slowing down anytime soon. Aside from select moments in fast food history, prices have only steadily increased. While some of us are shaking our heads at the prices and wondering how on earth it can cost so much, others are wondering if perhaps some fast food restaurants aren't charging enough. Back in 2018, Chipotle was selling its chicken burrito for $7.05, while Qdoba's cost $7.94, leading QSR magazine to debate whether the former should increase its prices to compete more closely with the latter. Eventually, Chipotle did raise its prices, and now, in 2023, a chicken burrito hovers around $9 in price, while a steak burrito costs around $11, though the exact price varies from location to location. We will stay vigilant in the watch for rising fast food prices, perpetually advocating that they be lower.